this here. Okay. So, yesterday we learned about the most essential colonial townsperson in our town square. Does anyone remember who that person was? The most essential town person. Ooh. Ryan, who is the most essential town person?
Blacksmith.
The blacksmith. The blacksmith. We learned that he's called the blacksmith because he shapes things out of metal. The metal he used was iron, which is the color black, and you would have to heat up the iron and hit it with a hammer to make it the shape you want. The word smith comes from the word smite, which means to hit. That's where we get the name blacksmith. Okay, so let's review quickly all the tradespeople in our town. Here we have our general store or trading post. We have the spinning wheel for the what? What is the tradesperson who uses a spinning wheel? Russell?
Spinner.
The spinner, and she makes wool or cotton into thread. Then she gives her thread to this tradesperson that uses a loom. What's the name of that tradesperson, Anya?
The weaver.
The weaver. Then the weaver takes their material, they weave the thread into cloth and gives their cloth to this tradesperson who makes men's clothing. What is that tradesperson called? They make breeches. Ryan?
Dressmaker.
Not the dressmaker, the
Tailor.
Yes, the tailor. The tailor's the one that makes men's clothing. And then also the dressmaker makes women's clothing. Up here we have a pair of shoes. What's the name of the tradesperson that makes those? Adeline, can you tell me the tradesperson who makes shoes?
The shoemaker.
The shoemaker, excellent, or the cobbler. Okay, let's look here at this loaf of bread that's been sliced. Carolyn, what's the name of the tradesperson that makes that?
This name of the trade person is the baker.
The baker that makes all those yummy treats. The ingredients that the baker needs comes from this tradesperson who's by the river. What's that tradesperson called? Nicole?
The weeder.
Not the weeder. The
miller.
The miller, excellent. We talked about the blacksmith, and last but not least, this tradesperson that makes hats is called the what, Smriti?
Hatter.
The hatter. Okay. Well, today, we are going to hear a fiction story about a little gray pony that needs a horseshoe. I wanted to show you this clip. It's a short clip, but it tells us how horseshoes are made. So let's make sure our microphones are muted, and we will listen to how a horseshoe is made. Give it 1 second to pull up.
Today, we have a question brought to us by the brand new season of DreamWorks Spirit Riding Free. Why do horses wear shoes? Let's find out on today's episode of
Colossal Question.
Horseshoes aren't anything like the shoes we humans wear, and to be honest, they don't look all that comfortable. But if you're a horse, they actually help a ton. Since horses are giant, super heavy animals, their hooves need to be super strong to carry all that weight. A horse's thick hooves help protect their legs as they run around or carry heavy loads. They're made of a material called keratin.
Oh, sorry, it's loading. I'm sorry. It'll just take it a second.
The same stuff that your hair and nails are made of. But us humans only have a very thin layer of keratin on our fingers and toes. Horse hooves are made of lots of thick layers of keratin put together that make them strong. But despite their strength, hooves still wear and tear naturally. To fix this, our ancient equine-owning ancestors started inventing ways to protect domestic horses' hooves from damage. And over time, the horseshoe as we know it became the standard. Okay, so all this makes sense, but what about wild horses? Why don't they have to wear shoes? Well, that has a lot to do with the different lifestyles of wild and domestic horses. Wild horses might travel up to 50 miles in a day looking for food, but most of that movement is done slowly. They only really need to run if they're being chased by a predator. They also tend to live in dry, flat places. Slowly walking around all day on flat ground means that wild horse hooves naturally wear out evenly, smoothly, and stay nice and hard. Domestic horses move much more inconsistently. They're often asked to carry or pull large amounts of weight, like packs, riders, wagons, or sometimes all three. They work and live on soft ground, like irrigated fields and stables, and once a horse gets back to their stall, there's only so much space to move around. All these factors combined wear on their hooves and make them much more likely to crack or split. So horses wear hooves for a lot of the same reasons we do, because it's really hard to walk around our modern world without shoes on. And now you know why horses wear shoes. Comment below if you have a question you'd like to know the answer to. And don't forget to subscribe for more episodes of
Colossal.
Okay, so that's a little bit of why horses wear horseshoes. And the tradesperson that makes them is the what again? Who's the tradesperson that makes them? Ryan?
Blacksmith.
The blacksmith. Excellent. One of the words, vocabulary words we're going to see in our story today is this word, lumps. This is lumps of coal or large chunks of coal. Lumps means a large chunk. So in our story, we're going to hear about lumps or large chunks of coal. Okay, let's listen. There once was a man who owned a little gray pony. Every morning when the dewdrops were still hanging on the pink clover in the meadow and the birds were singing their morning song, the man would jump on his pony and ride away. Clippity, clippity, clap. Let's say that. Clippity, clippity, clap. That's the sound of the hooves riding. The author wants you to think about the sound of a horse's hooves as they ride down the road. The pony's 4 small hooves played the jolliest tune on the small pike road. The pony's head always high in the air, and the pony's 2 ears were always pricked up. For he was a merry gray pony and loved to go clippity, clippity, clap. The man rode to town and to country, to church and to market, uphill and downhill. And one day he heard something fall with a clang on the stone road. What do you think fell and made that clangy sound? Nicole?
Maybe the horse broke her leg or something?
I don't think his leg head fell off, but I think you're on the right track.
Like go to the feet because when you're showing us that video that has been happening to most of the
Well, a
videos.
horse's hoof can crack, but what do you think Felon would claim? Landon?
I think it was like maybe the pieces to the horse's shoe, maybe.
I think you might be right. Let's look. Looking back, he saw a horseshoe laying there, and when he saw it, he cried out, "What shall I do? What shall I do if my little gray pony has lost a shoe?" Then down he jumped with haste and in a great hurry and looked at one of the pony's 4 feet. But nothing was wrong. He lifted the other 4 foot, but the shoe was still there. 4 feet are the horse's front feet. That's what he's calling 4 feet. It's not all 4 of the horse's feet, but it's the 2 front feet. He examined one of his hind feet, that means the back feet, and began to think he was mistaken. But when he looked at the last foot, he cried again, "What shall I do? What shall I do? My little gray pony has lost a shoe." Then he made haste to go to the blacksmith. To make haste means to go quickly. When he saw the smith, he called to him, "Blacksmith, blacksmith, I've come to you. My little gray pony has lost a shoe." But the blacksmith answered and said, "How can I shoe your pony's feet without some coal to iron the heat?" Why is coal important to the blacksmith? Why would he need coal? Jonyan?
To make the iron much warmer so he can make it to a shape that he wants.
Exactly. He needs to put the coal in the forge or the fireplace to make a fire to heat up the iron. Very good. The man was downcast when he heard this, but he left his little gray pony in the blacksmith's care while he hurried here and there to buy the coal. What do you think downcast means? The man was downcast. What does that mean? Estelle?
Fast?
No, not fast. The man was downcast to hear that the blacksmith had no coal. He was what? Smriti?
Disappointed and sad?
Yeah, disappointed or sad. Okay. First of all, he went to the shore, and when he got there, he said, or to the store, and when he got there, he said, "Storekeeper, storekeeper, I've come to you. My little gray pony has lost a shoe, and I want some coal, the iron to heat, that my blacksmith may shoe my pony's feet." But the storekeeper answered and said, "Now I have apples and candy to sell, and more nice things than I can tell, but I've no coal, the iron to heat, that the blacksmith may shoe your pony's feet." So does the storekeeper have coal? Yes or no? Does he have coal? No, he doesn't have any coal. Okay. Then the man went away sighing and saying, "What shall I do? What shall I do? My little gray pony has lost a shoe." By and by, he met a farmer coming to town with a wagon full of good things. What do you think Why do you think the farmer might be coming to town with a wagon full of things? Why is the farmer coming to town with a wagon full of things? Anya?
To sell them.
Yeah, to sell or trade to buy things that he may need. He said, "Farmer, farmer, I've come to you. My little gray pony has lost a shoe, and I want some coal, the iron to heat, that the blacksmith may shoe my pony's feet." Then the farmer answered the man and said, "I've bushels of corn and hay and wheat, something for you and your pony to eat, but I've no coal, the iron to heat, that the blacksmith may shoe your pony's feet." Does the farmer have coal? Yes or no? No, he does not. So the farmer drove away and left the man standing in the road, sighing and saying, "What shall I do? What shall I do? My little gray pony has lost a shoe." In the farmer's wagon full of good things, he saw corn, which made him think of the mill. So he hastened there and called to the dusty miller. "Miller, miller, I've come to you. My little gray pony has lost a shoe, and I want some coal, the iron to heat, that the blacksmith may shoe my pony's feet." The miller came to the door, and when he heard what was needed, he said, "I have wheels that go round and round, and stones that turn the grain into ground. But I have no coal, the iron to heat, that the blacksmith may shoe your pony's feet." Does the miller have coal? No. Then the man turned away sorrowfully and sat down on a rock near the roadside, sighing and saying, "What shall I do? What shall I do? My little gray pony has lost a shoe." After a while, a woman came down the road, driving a flock of geese to market. When she came near the man, she stopped and asked him his trouble. He told her all about it, and when she had heard it all, she laughed till her geese joined in with a cackle, and she said, "If you would know where the coal is found, you must go to the miner who works in the ground." Then the man sprang to his feet and thanked the woman. He ran to the miner. Now the miner had been working and looking for coal many a long day in the mine, under the ground where it was dark, that he had to bring a lamp with him at his work. Do you think the miner will have coal? Yes or no? Yes, okay. The miner had plenty of black coal and gave great lumps of it to the man, who took them in haste to the blacksmith. Remember, in haste means in a hurry. The blacksmith lit his great red fire and hammered out 4 fine new shoes with a clang and a clang, and fastened them with a rap and a tap. Then away rode the man on his little gray pony, clippity, clippity, clap. Okay. Very good. So that is an old colonial folks tale. We know it's from colonial times because there are so many tradespeople we learned about in the story. I'm going to ask some questions, and I want you to raise your hand when you think you know the answer. What sound did the horse's shoes make when it hit the road? What sound did the author give you? Carolyn?
The sound is clickety-clack.
Clickety-clickety-clack. Yes, very good. What colonial tradesperson did the horse's owner meet first that made horseshoes? Are we?
The store.
Not the store. Russell?
The blacksmith.
That's very good. The blacksmith. The blacksmith who made horseshoes. Why couldn't the blacksmith make the pony a new horseshoe? Estelle, why couldn't the blacksmith make the pony a new horseshoe?
Because he didn't have the coal to make the fire to heat the metal.
Excellent. He needed coal for the fire. Which tradesperson did the man go to next? This tradesperson sold apples and candy. Who is he called? Ryan?
The general store.
The general store. The storekeeper at the general store. Did he have the coal? No. Who did the man meet next on the road? What tradesperson did he meet there? Well, he's not really a tradesperson, but he does trade his items. Who did he meet next on the road? Nicole?
The farmer.
The farmer who is coming to town to trade or sell his wheat and corn. Was the farmer able to help the man with coal? No. So where did the man go next? After the farmer, he went to the Jonyan?
Miner.
Not the miner. The corn reminded the man to go to this next person, the corn and the wheat. Landon, where did he go? What tradesperson?
The miller.
The miller. Excellent. He went to the miller to help solve his trouble. Did the miller give him coal? No. Who can tell me the tradesperson that was able to give the man the coal he needed? Someone have it. Anya?
The miner.
The miner. Excellent. Who mines underground for coal. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm going to give you a minute to think about the question. Okay, the little gray pony only lost one shoe. Why do you think the blacksmith made him 4? The little gray pony only lost one shoe. Why do you think the blacksmith made him 4 shoes? Let's think about that. Why do you think the blacksmith made him 4 shoes?
Maybe it's because next time he loses a shoe, he could use that shoe.
That could be a possibility. You're right. He'll have 3 spare in case he loses another. Or why else do you think he might have made 4 shoes? Smriti?
Because in the beginning, the person stole all the horses that said that 4 means front.
Oh, yeah, the 4 feet. That's true, but in this case, the 4 does mean the number 4 instead of 4 feet, which is the front feet. See, a horse has 4 feet, which are the front feet, and then hind feet, which are the back feet. I think he might, well, Landon, why do you think he gave him 4 horseshoes instead of just 1?
I think maybe because, what if the other shoes fall off and they get missing, and then he can just use the other pair?
That's kind of like what Arlie said. That's a really good possibility. Or he might need to go ahead and replace all 4 shoes, take all 4 shoes off, and put brand new ones on so that no more shoes fall off. That could be a possibility as well. All right, friends, you did a great job this afternoon with our story. Thank you for coming on, and I will see everyone on Monday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Monday is our pickup day. So from 11 to 11:30, Mom and Dad or any grown-up can come by the school where we normally pick up out front. Miss Hegelson and myself will be out there, and you're getting your skills books and your new math book. Okay. Thank you for coming, friends. Bye-bye.
Bye.